So the president was making the point that you don't invite leaders over in the days leading up to the election. He wouldn't invite Angela Merkel if it was right before an election.
It's just, I mean, it's precedent.
It's precedent.
It just doesn't happen.
That was the point the White House was making, but
it just doesn't happen.
Apparently it has.
What?
Yes, thank you, Alex, for this. It's not unprecedented. In 1996, the Clinton administration hosted Shimon Peres for a U.S. visit while he was in the midst of an election against Benjamin Netanyahu.
Hold it. Ready? Benjamin Netanyahu. Democratic presidents have always loathed Benjamin Netanyahu, Mike.
They have. It's a tradition in the Democratic Party. But there is a difference here. Isn't the difference being that John Boehner, without telling the State Department or the White House that he was inviting the Prime Minister of Israel to address the House of Representatives or the Congress of the United States, he gave an impression that the Republican Party, led by the Speaker, now has their own separate foreign policy.
That's problem number one, Mike. Problem number two is that the Israelis didn't say, I got this invitation from John Boehner, I'm going to take it, but I wanted to talk to you about it first.
Yes.
Senator, our Secretary of State, Kerry, we should probably send somebody over to the White House to sit down with President Obama and talk through this.
Well, I mean, the root of this has to do with the Israeli ambassador to the United States, who has apparently, in league with his prime minister, his boss.
Right, it's his boss.
They've decided to have, under Speaker Boehner, their own separate foreign policy, two foreign policies. One dealing with the president and the State Department, and the other dealing with the Republican-led Congress.
Yeah. So see, Mick, how that can work out?
Yeah.
I can actually look at the facts and say this is the way things should have been done, but they weren't done that way. So since they aren't done that way,
yes, since they aren't done that way.
Well, you can understand why the Israelis are doing what they're doing. Listen, my problem actually, again, you say I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth. I'm not. My problem's not with the Israelis doing this. If I were an Israeli prime minister, I'd be as aggressive as humanly possible. My problem is more to what happened with the invitation, John Boehner, and what happened stateside. Now, I do think, because I worry about what's in the best interest of Israel, the Israelis should have picked up the phone, called the State Department, and said, hey, listen, we're going to do this. We know you're not going to like it, but let's talk about it. Let's work through it. I don't want you to get blindsided. Don't blindside a president about his State of the Union address.